Hi, I'm Holly Vlad again, and I'm telling you more about the Nepal earthquake. Though I'm not talking much about Nepal earthquake anymore, I'm just talking about earthquakes in general. Here's some more facts. Earth is covered by a crust of solid rock, which is broken into numerous plates that move around the surface, bumping, overrunning, and pushing each other, plus pulling away from each other. One kind of boundary between rocks within a plate, as well as the edges of a plate, is a fault. Faults are large-scale breaks in the Earth's crust in which the rock of one side of the fault has been moved relative to the rock and is being pushed by tectonic forces. Fault blocks are giant pieces of crust that are separated from the rocks around them by faults. When the force is pushing on, fault blocks cannot move one block past the other. Potential energy is stored in the fault zone. This is the same potential energy that resides in a giant boulder when it's posed, motionless at the top of a steep slope. If something happens to overcome the friction holding the boulder in place, its potential energy will convert the kinetic energy as it thunders down the slope. In the fault zone, the potential energy builds up until the friction that sticks the fault blocks together is overcome. Then, in seconds, all the potential energy built up over the years turns to kinetic energy as the rocks surge past each other. Hi! Just like me, a lot of people were affected in the Nepal earthquake. For example, the Nepal earthquake affected Nepal, India, China, also known, and Tibet. And one other place that I can't pronounce. 8,452 people died in the Nepal earthquake, and 19,009 were injured. The Nepal earthquake was a 7.8 on scale, and an earthquake scale is measured by a 2.5 or less. Is usually not felt by people, and 2.5 to 5.4 can cause minor damage, and often felt by people. And 5.5 to 6 causes slight damage. 6.1 to 6.9 causes a lot of damage in very populated areas. 7 to 7.9 can cause major, serious damage. 8 or greater is a great earthquake, and it destroys communities. Hi, I'm Holly Vlad, one of the interviewers for CNN. With me today is Michelle who will teach you about the Nepal earthquake along with me. First, I will be informing you about the earthquake. How does an earthquake happen, per se? An earthquake is a geological event inside the Earth, and it generates strong vibrations. When vibrations reach the surface, the Earth shakes. It is often felt by people at least maybe in between miles of the earthquake, and it injures many people, and destroying the common source of earthquake is movement along a fault. Some earthquakes occur when tectonic plates, large sections of Earth crust and upper mantle, move past each other. A fault block may also move due to gravity, sinking between other fault blocks that surround and support it. A sinking fault blocks and the mountains that surround it from a distant topography of basins and mountain ranges. Mountains are accompanied by tremors or earthquakes. Molten rock called magma moves beneath, but relatively close to the Earth's surface in volcanically active regions. Earthquakes sometimes accompany volcanic eruptions as huge masses of magma move underground. I hope you like this section. Bye. Hi, I'm Holly Vlad, one of the interviewers for CNN. Today I'm going to talk more about the effects of the Nepal earthquake. One of the effects is Mount Everest. Mount Everest was one of the things that was affected by Nepal. And it was recently shut down because 9 people that had been climbing Mount Everest has died. Here are some fun facts about Mount Everest. One thing is that Mount Everest is at 29,029 feet high and 8,848 meters high. It was officially recognized by China and Nepal, and it is on the border of Tibet and Nepal. It's in the central Himalayas, and it is the highest elevation in the world. The Mount Everest is named after an English surveyor named Sir George Everest. It was first climbed on May 28, 1953, when Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay of Nepal reached the summit. The body of George H. Hell Mallory, who died in an earlier attempt in 1924, was found on the mountain in 1999. I hope you like this interview. Enough about the Nepal earthquake. Let's talk about earthquakes in general. In horizontal faults, the blocks slide past one another without either block being lifted. In this case, the objects on the two sides of the fault simply slide past one another. For example, a rope that straddles the fault may be offset by a number of feet. Complex faults display movements with both vertical and horizontal displacement. Hi, I'm Michelle, and I'm one of the many interviewers from CNN. Today I'll be joined by Holly Vlad. Today she will be going first. So I'm here to talk about the Nepal earthquake. Holly, your pause. No, which affected Mount Everest and the people that was on it. So far it's been informative. Enough about earthquakes. Let's